Alright guys, so now from the ground we're going to be looking at advancing in side control. So we're going to be looking at mounting from side control and then also attacking from side control. There's some little tips we're going to look at that'll allow you to finish. But we're going to go from the head and arm control, which is the best way to hold side control. It is the hardest to get, so we're going to start from there to begin with, and then we're going to look at next week. We're going to look at what to do when they're more defensive and we don't get the position that we're shooting for. So Professor's going to land his back with his head pointing toward the camera. All right, so the first thing, like, this is what I want. I want under his head control, my right hand like in the armpit, and my left hand, elbow kind of close, and my hand out for base here. This guy could be a giant. He's not going to roll me over this direction because my hand is here to post. It's tempting to like get this position and squeeze and pull my hands here, but if that happens and he starts to roll, like once I start to go, I'm gonna go. We're gonna trade positions. And there's a lot of big guys at the school, and I hate trading side control. Once I'm on top, I want to stay there. Keep that fingers in the armpit, hand posted here. All right, we're gonna look at that mount first up. So I'm gonna slide my knees against his hips here. And I'm doing that to get his left elbow open. So he kind of wiggles that elbow out there so you guys can see that it's open. I'm going to slide my right knee up here and kind of sit back. I want his elbow stuck in my hip like a pocket, like it's in my pocket now. I'm going to reach up here, and I'm going to drop my head and my chest. I want to smash his face with my chest here. Now I'm going to drop my knee from his hip to the floor, and I keep my foot hooked on his leg here. Try to grab my foot. He can't, and I'm waiting for him to try, and then I just kind of flop my foot out and take that mount position. And this mount is so high, I want to practice going right from this position. You can change the angle, whatever arm is on top. I'm going to change this angle here, fold this left leg here, so I'm in this like S, lean forward, put the leg over, sit down, clamp the knees, and then finish. Make sure you have all the details on that mount all the way to the pass. All of them are important. Right now, what we're going to look at is setting up the Americana. So I've got a lot of different options here. I can hold head. This is head and arm control too. Like I can kind of frame here, and this is a decent option. Holding from my head in, I can frame that elbow down here and start to attack. So once I get that arm flat here, I want to keep my hips heavy on the close side of my body here. So like I want to keep this part of his body flat if I'm going to attack that arm, so he's not able to roll this way. That arm's flat, he's not going to be able to go this way, so I want to like staple him here. So under the head here, I'm framing that arm. So even if I was under here, I can frame here and get that arm flat, hips heavy here. Now I'm going to take my arm and set up this Americana. So I'm going to reach, pin it, reach under, grab my own wrist, slide down and finish. It's super easy as far as techniques go. I'm going to show you one little detail that I like a lot. I'm going to drop my knuckles as opposed to grabbing here. Okay. He beats this attack by extending his arm. And you know, the straighter his arm is, the stronger that extension is. And so when I set this up here, if his arm is bent and I go here, it keeps his arm really bent. So right now, you can try to extend it. It's like doing a squat from like the lowest position. Like you're not going to be the strongest from that position. You might be able to move it, but you're definitely not as strong as you will be if you extend just a little bit further out. So I go here, I'm going to slide down and finish. Just make sure it's not this motion that's finishing here. It's this motion here. That's it. So that's what we're going to be looking at. It's pretty cool stuff. If you want to do that variation with the one-arm Americana, you're welcome to add that in. Otherwise, just stick to these two techniques.